Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. Got the public betting guide for MLB and college football today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Rangers and Orioles, 77% of the money on the Orioles minus 1.5, 76% of the money on the over 8, and then 98% of the money on the Orioles money line. Twins and Astros, 64% of the money on the Astros minus 1.5, 59% of the money on the over 7.5, and then 84% of the money on the Twins money line. Phillies and Braves, 67% of the money on the Phillies plus 1.5, 51% of the money on the over 8.5, and then 93% of the money on the Phillies money line. And then the Diamondbacks and Dodgers, 73% of the money on the Dodgers minus 1.5, 98% of the money on the over 8, and then 78% of the money on the Dodgers money line. And college football, just going to go over some matchups here. Oklahoma and Texas, 82% of the money on Texas minus 5, 72% of the money on the over 60.5, and then 54% of the money on Oklahoma money line. Maryland and Ohio State, 61% of the money on Maryland plus 19.5, 77% of the money on the over 56, and then 99% of the money on Ohio State money line. Rutgers and Wisconsin, 88% of the money on Rutgers plus 12.5, 92% of the money on the under 44, and 53% of the money on Wisconsin money line. LSU, Missouri, 75% of the money on Missouri plus 5, 96% of the money on the over 63.5, and then 88% of the money on Missouri money line. Washington State and UCLA, 63% of the money on Washington State plus 3.5, 97% of the money on the over 59, and then 92% of the money on Washington State money line. Bama and A&M, 88% of the money on Bama minus 2, 76% of the money on the over 46.5, and then 61% of the money on A&M money line. Virginia Tech and Florida State, 82% of the money on Virginia Tech plus 23.5, 84% of the money on the under 52.5, and then 92% of the money on Florida State money line. Syracuse and UNC, 82% of the money on UNC minus 8.5, 66% of the money on the over 59.5, and 95% of the money on UNC money line. Let's see, just doing some ranked matchups. Colorado, Arizona State, 53% of the money on Colorado minus 3.5, 72% of the money on the under 58.5, and then 91% of the bets on Colorado money line. Kentucky and Georgia, 74% of the money on Kentucky plus 14.5, 69% of the money on the under 47.5, and then 56% of the money on Georgia money line. Michigan, Minnesota, 93% of the money on Michigan minus 21.5, 91% of the money on the under 46, and then 94% of the money on Minnesota money line. Arkansas and Ole Miss, 65% of the money on Arkansas plus 13, 96% of the money on the over 61.5, and then 88% of the money on Arkansas money line. Notre Dame and Louisville, 92% of the money on Notre Dame minus 6.5, 61% of the money on the under 53.5, and then 99% of the money on Louisville money line. Georgia Tech, Miami, 65% of the money on Georgia Tech plus 20.5, 63% of the money on the over 57.5, and then 99% of the money on Miami money line. Fresno State, Wyoming, 59% of the money on Fresno State minus 5.5, 58% of the money on the over 42.5, and then 71% of the money on Fresno State money line. Oregon State and Cal, 90% of the money on Oregon State minus 7.5, 88% of the money on the under 51.5, and then 97% of the bets are on Oregon State money line. Arizona and USC, 65% of the money on Arizona plus 21, 68% of the money on the over 71.5, and then 98% of the money on USC money line. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.